Hi guys, this is London Spotter. I thought I would do a simulation for you. This is of Aerofly 2, the Aerofly FS, but with San Francisco, with the San Francisco area. So I might start you off. So I was flying a Cloverleaf Airbus A320. We are going to be taking off on runway 01 right at San Francisco, and we have an unknown destination, so this should be fun. Turn the volume up a bit. So it's just the normal A320 cockpit. So anyway, set flaps are set. Clear for takeoff runway 01 right. In this game, I don't really, as far as I'm aware, there isn't really a setting where you can have other aircraft, but as in other aircraft flying about, but still that isn't really much of a problem. Anyway, past V-bar now, so let's rotate. V2, positive rate of climb, gear up, flaps 1. Let's have a look at us from the tower. There we are. So let's have a flyby of us. So now let's switch on the autopilot. Heading, I want this heading. Speed, let's have it 250 knots. Altitude 5,000 feet for our cruising altitude. Our very short flight, hence our cruising altitude. Anyway, on this simulator, it's quite realistic, apart from when I'm using this recording software, it does get a bit laggy. Anyway, so we've just taken off from runway 01 right at, was it left? I can't remember. At San Francisco. If we look over there, there is the city of San Francisco and the Golden Gate Bridge. If you look closely, we are now climbing through 2,700 feet. And as far as I'm aware, the cockpit is quite realistic. We're just throttling back there. Still, you can't really. It isn't really the sort of flight simulator like Flight Simulator X, where you can file a flight plan. Right, I think you can radio in on Flight Simulator X, or you might not be able to. But still, the controls all look realistic. Most of them don't work. The only ones that work, I believe, are the flaps, the air brakes or spoilers, whatever you want to call them, the engines, and the joystick, the side stick in the case of Airbus. Let's see, we are now flying past Oakland. Yeah, we haven't, we just flying through 4,100 feet. So we're close to our cruising altitude. Yeah, I've tried this flight many times before with the A320. For those of you who already have it and you want me to do a 747 landing, I will have to refuse because I cannot land a 747 smoothly. I've tried so many times, and well, it just doesn't. I just can't. Anyway, right now, wrong direction. I'm trying to turn the other way to line up with the runway that I want. Or what I can do, disengage autopilot, throttle back, put the spoilers on, flaps 1, let's slow down and descend a bit, not really sure what airport this is called, but I didn't really want to just fly you across San Francisco Bay because that would just be pointless to Oakland. But anyway, so yeah, we'll find out what the airport is called. Anyway, this aircraft, as you can hear, has an automated altitude reader. I believe that's what it's called, but it might not be. Still, it does come in quite handy, seeing as with Aerofly FS, the version that's set in Switzerland, it doesn't have that, but still, it's quite fun to just know when you're at a certain altitude, when it tells you to. Still, anyway, so engines are, well, where they are. So now let's line up with the runway. Set flaps 2. In this simulator, as you can see, there's only one pilot, and there isn't anyone on the other side. I haven't gone through the views with you, but, well, I probably will when it gets to the replay. Anyway, so this is Buchanan Field. I think landing on runway 1. Runway 1 left. Okay, lined up there. Might go to the head-up display. This is a bit like Infinite Flight. It has a head-up display. And it does come in quite handy. 1,000 feet. It does come in quite handy when, well, because if you want to know where you're aiming, I'm currently aiming at the runway, which is good. 1,000 feet once again. Anyway, so there we go. This could get tricky for some reason. Anyway, so unfortunately, once again, like I said, you can't really radio in to the airport to say that you're on approach and you want to land, but that's just one of the things that I have to face. Still, there aren't any other aircraft that fly around at the same time, unfortunately. Let's throttle back a bit. Flaps 3. There we go. Give it a little bit more throttle. Just send a bit more. I think I'm going to put the landing gear down late just for the fun of it. 400 feet. Most people would have their landing gear down by now. I am putting it down now. Set landing flaps. Let's go here because I cannot perform a smooth landing from the cockpit or the head-up display. Come on.
100.
There we go. 100 feet now. 50.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Not quite the best landing. I have done smoother, but so that's the landing. I will go through the replay with you, which should be quite fun. So I'm just going to show different angles from the landing. There we go. So hang on, let's go to the tower view from the landing gear down. as far as I'm aware, this is the most realistic flight simulator that you can download on iOS, seeing as it has 3D 3D buildings. As far as I'm aware, a much higher quality of, well, graphics. You can actually see the shadow of the aircraft. And it shows the runway markings. It is quite good, I suppose. Anyway, let's go to the flyby view. This is full zoom for the flyby view. Unfortunately, if you could have it, if you can have a longer, better view. Sorry, zoom. If you could have a longer zoom, then that would be, well, handy. Anyway, there's touchdown. Not well, like I said, not quite the best view. Anyway, let's show you from
50,
here, the cockpit view.
30, 20, 10.
Just in case other people were wondering for some reason why I didn't land on the other runway. I tried to land on it once before and I overran. Anyway, to show my diary, have any information about Buchanan Field. But, well, never mind. Anyway, suppose, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Hang on, I haven't finished yet. Okay, yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.